Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 95 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by FLYGUY from FLYGUY.net.
Good evening and good watching for episode 95. What are we going to do for episode 100? We haven't even thought about this yet.
It seems like it's taking forever to get there for some reason.
No.
We'll do it.
As usual, cool stuff to talk about. But
yeah, there's a few rumored lists of product that they're not even so much rumors. It's pretty much definitive as far as what is coming out, as far as Rogue One merchandise coming for the Force Friday launch at the end of September. Some decent retail finds over the past week since our last show. Couple of hot toys and Lego announcements. A few other things, but we'll get to all of that in good time. We'll start things off, as we always do, with the Hasbro section of the show. There was a list that was posted by Star Wars Collector.de, I believe.
That's right.
This is a German site that posted that got their hands on a list of potential product coming for Force Friday, like I mentioned. All this is in German, but we did, in the show notes and here what we're showing on screen, have the Google Translate link on display there. There's not a whole lot of descriptive copy as far as what these things might be, but you get a general idea of, like these first ones, these are the 12-inch figures. I think these might be more along those lines of the more upscale ones that Marvel's going to be doing.
I think so. I think you're absolutely right. There's for those that don't know, I've got a little link here. I did some posts and albums recently, but there's Marvel ones, which are I think you're right. The equivalent of this in the 12-inch, very articulated line. There's a Walmart Spider-Man, a Target Iron Man, and a few others, and they look fantastic. I'm sure you got to see the photographs a while ago. I think I've got an album here of some of them. There we go. There's exactly what I was looking for.
Yep.
This was Hasbro's 1/6 scale, basically cheap ass Hot Toys, basically, but they were super articulated and came with loads of attachments and arms and hands and stuff, and they look great. Almost like a kind of explosion, I think, of the taking a 6-inch figure and just literally just blowing it up. So this could be it.
Yeah, and I think they've. Because Hasbro did have their 12-inch line way back in the day, and they kind of abandoned that, and they Sideshow is, they took that over several years ago, and I think they're seeing a lot of money being left on the table probably with some of that stuff because of how popular the 6-scale figures are with Sideshow and Hot Toys. I think they want to get into a more not super articulated, but obviously more articulated than their quote-unquote shampoo bottle line. And the sculpts look really decent. And like you said, they're adding some accessories that you could swap out, just like some of those higher price point manufacturers. So I think, again, they're trying to carve out another segment that they could try to fill. And, for people that don't have $200 to blow on a Hot Toys or Sideshow figure.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the price point supports it too. We'll just look there. The euro price, 70 euros is equating roughly to 70 or 80 bucks in the US.
Right.
I mean, these figures we talked about in the US are going for around, I think, $50 US.
Right.
So, give and take the, overseas tax, the way things are, that probably has to be it. Because who's paying 70 bucks or 80 bucks for a shampoo bottle?
Well, what I think too, what I've discovered, we'll kind of get to it down here further in the list, but a lot of these prices here are case prices. So there's going to be...
That's true. That's true.
Like there might be 4 or 8 of these figures in a case, 6 probably, just doing the math. So these could, again, like I said, it does say Ultimate. So for the Ultimate ones, those are the more expensive articulated ones. Well, even that price there, though, I don't know. There's fewer in a case than those 12-inch basic ones that they had at the top of that list. So
Well, time will tell, but it's great to speculate. But yeah, it would be
Right.
nice if they gave us those. I mean,
Yep.
to launch more of the shampoo-y stuff. I don't know. Let us know what you think, people that watch this. Do you like them?
Yep.
Do you not like them? Do you buy them and then customize them, which I think probably most people do. But
There's definitely a market for them. It's just,
yeah,
a lot of, either people that watch this show or shows like it, they're more into the Hot Toys and Sideshow type of 12-inch product. So a couple other things on the list here. What's called the Battle Action figure set and also the Battle Action basic figure. Those are basically the same thing as what the current line is right now as far as the single pack Force Awakens figures and like the 2-packs. Basically the same.
The price would suggest they're singles as well there. I don't know. Who knows?
Right.
You know what I mean? The way that's kind of, if that wasn't going to be a case, it would be a case. But then who knows? Who knows? This is all speculation, really.
Yeah. A big one here, the one that has the, near $500 price point. I did some searching around online by searching for that SKU number. And there was a rumor I think it was a month or so ago, that there was going to be an AT-AT coming back into the line for Rogue One, and this number does correspond with that. So this is pretty much confirmation that an AT-AT is coming for Rogue One that we just saw in that first teaser trailer.
Exactly. Well, we saw 7 or 8 of them in the so yeah, chances are, why not? Why wouldn't you? So the question is, were they going to reuse the existing vintage collection? Quite frankly, one of the best ones they've ever made.
Right.
Well, what's it going to be? New mold? I don't know. I don't think they need a new mold personally. But
yeah, there's at first glance it looks like they could share the same mold, but scouring over the details of that AT-AT in the trailer, the detail, there are quite a bit of difference between the Rogue One AT-AT and let's say the Empire Strikes Back one. So it's probably going to be a whole new mold, I would guess. And
cool.
when I did a search for that number, there was a case assortment that came up for that, and it said it was packed 2 per case. So again, that $500 price point isn't for one. It's split that in half, and it's probably going to be around a $250 item, as far as whatever monetary thing you're going by here. So
well, it's always one of those things to have a big Christmas item from Hasbro. It's,
right.
Sell something of that value, but geez, at one point those AT-ATs eventually went for $99. So let's hope they come down in price.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else is there? There's a couple other vehicle assortments. Some droids. I'm not sure what the Class 1 lead hero droid would be. I'm not sure again what scale that is, but some
role play stuff.
Blaster power. The blaster power and the what's called the Eddie action lightsaber. It's kind of funny because Eddie translates to whirlpool, and then if you translate that again, it would be spinning. So it's that spinning lightsaber. And we've already seen what these two look like. These were the 2 lightsabers that were revealed at Toy Fair. There was a spinning one it was part of that Blade Builders line, and then there was one that had like another blaster attachment type of thing. It shot darts.
That's right. That's right.
These aren't, even though they're labeled Rogue One, I don't think they're Rogue One items. They're Rogue One packaging, probably, obviously, but I don't think we're going to see them in Rogue One.
Makes perfect sense.
We got some other role play stuff here.
Shark. Now we've had Shark before, which turned out to be Flamethrower Trooper, wasn't it?
I don't remember. There was one called like Blue. There was like Blue Commander, but that turned out to be the Snow Trooper. That was the exclusive at Toys R Us. But yeah, Shark Trooper, Dolphin Trooper. There's a Green Seal Trooper. I think that's another one. These are all, just code names for products in Rogue One. There's not a trooper called Shark Trooper.
No, yet.
Yet. Some
Yes.
blasters, some other, refill, Nerf dart refills, and Super Soaker blasters. So
glow in the dark darts.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So, plenty of stuff there to.
It is.
Hopefully, it will do better as far as a retail standpoint for Force Friday. Depending on where you lived, some people had worse experience than others as far as merchandise being available. So hopefully, they're doing a little bit better in that. They did push it out nearly a month. The Force Friday. It was like for The Force Awakens, it was at the beginning of September. This is at the end. So I think they're just giving themselves a little bit more time in order to make sure they have that product on the shelves and enough of it to at least do a restock once that Midnight Madness deal goes through.
I take it you saw this week there was a couple of images going around about the Millennium Falcon, not the Millennium Falcon, an AT-AT with Nerf darts in the back of it. And
yeah, someone posted that.
I was like, this is a fake, I think, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
People were asking. So yeah.
Yep. Someone posted that on our Facebook page.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, some crazy rumors already for this movie, and it's not even out. But,
yep. Speaking of stuff hitting retail, a good majority of stores are starting to receive the Black Series 3 3/4-inch exclusive figures, the Phasma, Han Solo, and Leia. I know collector friends around here have found them locally. I have not yet, but it seems like coast to coast, we've reported and read and saw reports that these are starting to show up at Walmart for various prices too. This one was sent to us today. There was someone who found these for as little as $3 each. These brand new figures that are, $15 figures essentially. Yep. Various stores have had them on clearance for $5. But this is by far the lowest I've seen for these brand new figures, and it's Walmart. Exactly. So.
I know, and for just $1 more than a bath sponge, folks. $2 for a bath sponge, a layer Organa for $3, going cheap. Walmart does this a lot. They get a lot of product lines confused, and we see a lot of stuff. There was Jango Fett's at one point. I remember buying one in one store only with something, I think it was like $10 or $11 or something. Black Series Jango Fett. So right. Yeah, they do get a little crazy, but your mileage may vary.
Yes. So keep your eyes open for that, and if you do see them at a decent price, pick them up and shop help your friends out, help other people online, because I know a lot of people are still trying to find them. So, and they don't want to pay scalper prices either.
Exactly.
Let's see other retail finds. The Takodana Encounter set has been showing up all over the place.
Yep.
We've received reports. Yeah, again, Walmart is just awful from a retailer standpoint.
Nuts.
Clearance. Nuts. I'm not sure. It's not even marked down. That's just like the regular retail price. I'm not sure why it's clearance, but anyway. A lot of people finding these as well. I have yet to see these. I have yet to see them in hand, but they're out there.
I think, Twitter followers, Seamus Gamus from Canada even tweeted that Canada was getting them as well. So yeah, that's right. So
Canada's getting them. The UK is getting them. Regarding the 6-inch Rey figure that's exclusive to Kmart, people that put their pre-orders in months ago, those orders have either started to ship or be canceled from Kmart.
Oh, the Kmart one, sir. My apologies. We're jumping ahead.
No problem.
When you said exclusive, I was like, what? So yeah, that's right. They're shipping just now. So I think I've got mine delivered. I think for enemy.
Yep, mine came today.
Nice.
Got I picked up 2, one for myself, one for my brother-in-law, and then I got another one this week from a friend of mine over at Jedi Defender. He was able to pick one up and send it to me because I didn't know if mine was going to be one of those glorious orders that got canceled indiscriminately from Kmart, so I had him secure me one just in case it were to get canceled. But so now I'm sitting on 3 of them. So anyway, but yeah, people receive cancellation notices on those as well. Kmart is kind of notorious for doing that for pre-orders. It's kind of sad, and no wonder they're closing 80 more stores here in the US.
Yeah, Kmart's a very strange beast. Overseas here, it's completely different and very good for toys and commercial. Kind of like the Walmart in some ways, kind of Walmart and Target rolled into one. It's very weird, very different. But
right.
Yeah, Kmart's like the clock's ticking for them. So it is a bit of a panic from a lot of people. If you pre-order stuff, are they going to close before my order gets shipped? So
right.
That's what crossed my mind. So anyway.
And finally here, regarding some Hasbro news, people still looking for the Ahsoka wave of 6-inch figures can order those, that case assortment from DorksideToys. Those are in stock and ready to ship for free right now.
That's right. I think Hasbro have made some bizarre cock-ups with this. They seem to, the other case, this is the revision case, they sent the revision case to a lot of e-tailers first.
Right.
Rather than the regular case. So no wonder fans are probably confused as to what is going on with this. But yeah, it's anyway, the figures are there, so and they're very good. I think you got yours, didn't you?
Yeah. I when was it? No, it was Monday of this week. I ran into the first case at Target. So I only picked up the Ahsoka. But yeah, I did see the Kanan, the Luke, the what is it? The Han is in there, and Snowtrooper. Is that right? Two Snowtroopers. Can't remember. But yeah, those are starting to make their way around. Those are starting to show up again at different retailers like Walgreens. They're starting to show up there. So people out hunting for pops, if you're one of those strange people like myself, you can you can head to Walgreens and they might have those in stock. Other stores, like there's one called Movie Trading Company, something like that. I think it's like a mall type store. I shared a picture through Facebook the other day of, a store with a couple cases worth of that assortment on the shelves, on the pegs. So yeah, check out different stores other than Target and Walmart and Toys R Us, because they're getting those as well.
Good.
Go ahead on what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, talking of Funko.
Funko.
We're talking about Funko.
Yes, we finally got to see what the Rey exclusive looks like. That's coming to GameStop. This is it was posted. I think we even shared the name of it a couple shows ago. But this one has the X-wing pilot helmet on, exclusive again to GameStop, and she has her little doll in hand.
That's right. Which you made a version of many shows ago.
Yeah, somewhere around here.
That's a nice little touch adding that in there, actually, that little piece there. They could have just, used the same body and just dumped it on it, but it's nice to keep that little bit of attention to it. So it's good.
Yes. So if you're looking for this, GameStop is taking pre-orders for it now. I pre-ordered mine. All you have to do is, reserve one for $5, and they'll make sure you get one. So pretty much
that'll probably translate to being everywhere for me, which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
Happy with that.
Yeah. Let's see, what else do we have here? Moving on to some Lego Sideshow news. You shared this. Your Instagram page was the first place I had seen this pop up.
Yeah, a friend of mine in Australia who just sent me, he was up at the small hours of the morning and sent this across and just kind of was like, oh my God, look at this. And there was some Iron Man exclusives and this as well. Just someone on a Weibo chat room had shared this, and from that point, everybody shared this thing. So I don't even know who the original author was. My apologies, because nobody gave him credit, and I got this like 10th down the line. But nice, easy one for Hot Toys to redo. They've got the figure. They just really need to. They've got his head already made, so they just add a little paint in the helmet and off they go. But it's a great looking figure. I'm very addicted to troopers and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get that one. So love that fin design. So yeah, It's
What
good.
else do we have here? Last week we had talked about Sideshow put up a preview for the Forlom 6-scale figure that did go up for pre-order today. A lot of people are interested in it, judging by the number of people that clicked on the link that I had shared and actually bought the piece. A lot of people are interested in this one to go with their bounty hunter collections, or they're just a big fan of Forlom.
Well, I think it's one of these figures that once it's gone, it's gone. It probably won't be around for long,
Right.
I would imagine. But it's a good-looking figure. It looks
Yep.
fantastic. I love the little touches. Clearly, Sideshow, we know, obviously, love their pop culture, but there's a couple of little images here that are very reminiscent and have the color and tones of that Ralph McQuarrie famous painting with all the bounty hunters together. That one, I think.
Yeah.
If you remember, you know the picture I'm talking about, the Ralph
Yep.
McQuarrie picture he has, and just the tones with, I guess, Bespin is supposed to be in the background. So
Right.
nice little touch there. And of course, showcasing all their previous figures they've had out, Bosk, looking very sullen and naughty schoolboy in the back there. And yeah, they look great. They look good.
Yeah, and Forlom is exclusive to Sideshow, so you're not going to be able to pick that up elsewhere. Like like there's other
Comic shops,
comic shops and stuff that sell this. Typically, they sell the Sideshow 6-scale figures, but this one is exclusive through Sideshow. So that's probably why I received all of the notifications that people were purchasing it, because that was the only place you could get it. What else? There was some. What was the one you shared here? Oh, there was some Lego news. There's a new series that's going to be starting in June. You had shared this here in their notes, the Freemaker Adventures.
That's right. Lego were sending some notices, all heavily under embargo, and really the only news was that it will premiere Monday, 20th of June at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Disney XD. That was the one. We kind of knew this was going to happen, but
Right.
they were being very serious about the press release and embargo and stuff. But yeah, just again, it's a very junior-orientated show. Sounds like some fun. I'm sure some of the people who were involved in some of the very recent Lego Star Wars movies and mini movies are involved, so chances are it's got that little bit more humor in it than some of the earlier ones, so it could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sets that we talked about before. We know that there's Lego sets. We've already seen some bad images of the family's ship that they have, which is coming out on shelves in June. And there's a brand new Force Builder app, which has it kind of looks kind of good on Android and iOS. And you can fly around and build X-Wings and basically build lots of stuff as you do in Lego games, but it looks pretty good. And there's a couple of screenshots here, if I can get this to load a little better. But yeah, it's called the Force Builder. And of course, there's some screenshots there. It looks pretty good at the little kind of flying sections and building sections all the way through. Control R2 and do all sorts of fun. So yeah, if you're into Lego, this is going to be heaven for you. Got some good fun. I like this little flying down the trench sequence there. So yeah, all good fun.
Neat. Jar Jar.
There's a little video there as well. That's right. There's a little video to play. Oh well, check the show notes for the video because it'll probably just be a little stuttery anyway. But yeah, there's a little video that goes, a little teaser for the Freemaker Adventures too.
Right. And you also shared here, there was 4 new little mini movies that Lego had released.
That's right. I don't know if you had a chance to see these. I
have
stumbled across them. Doing the Lego press release, they mentioned something else about Lego, which sent me to a page, and then I saw these other mini movies, and they're actually really good. Billy D. Williams is in there. Kind of spoiler alert. Anthony Daniels is everywhere. We get some more conversation about his red arm.
Really?
Or not. You'll find out more. It's a bit of a running joke. They're really funny. They're quite funny. Obviously, there's some kid humor in there, but 4 little movies. They're about 6 minutes long. It's not those little commercials where they were like a minute. So there's a fair little bit of dialogue. Phasma's in there, some troopers. So it's about 25 minutes all in once you get a chance to sit and watch it. So it's good fun.
Nice. Let's see. Moving on to some other bits of news. A couple, maybe a month or so ago, there was an Astromech figure that had shown up on one of the Chinese auction sites. This was about the same time that the Phasma, Han and Leia images started to leak out there. There was an unknown astromech that was part of the grouping of those images that came out. And I was thinking about it a little bit more just today, and this is a complete wild guess on my part, but it does seem kind of to fit with the theme of the May the 4th promotion that's going to be going on for Star Wars Day. I'm guessing that this is actually going to be a commemorative figure coming out at Disneyland as part of their whole, commemorative event for that day. And the reason I said the logo for the whole May the 4th thing is like the black, yellow, and white, and that droid just happens to be those same colors.
Yeah, I agree. That is very similar and makes very good sense. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and Disney, they seem to have a figure that's been coming out, an astromech limited edition figure. Every year they seem to have either one or two of those figures separate from their droid factory line. So I think it makes sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get some sort of announcement soon from Disney Parks, because that's who would be selling this. So
makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Customs, couple customs here. Siloff, who we've shared and talked about before, who way back in the day did some of the first like the steampunk action figures.
Great ones, yeah.
Those. He's done a He-Man version of Star Wars figures. He's calling it He Wars. Sounds kind of fun. But these figures, they're pretty great.
They're pretty great. He has a unique style, this guy, that just I know people who would buy these I would buy these.
Yeah.
Give me some good packaging, put them in it, I'd buy them. They look fantastic. Incredibly unique looking, but still inspired by even little sparkly, glowy stuff in the lightsaber. I like it.
Right. That Vader reminds me of that, was it Manny Faces? Is that what his name was back in the day?
That's right. That's right. Mano Faces, yeah.
I think that was, what was that guy's name? Because that helmet is it's like Strata, or I can't remember what the heck his name was. But that's the C-3PO. And He-Man, that's clearly He-Man as Luke.
Yes, it is indeed. Again, sparkly blade. I like it.
Yeah.
He's added some really nice touch. There's a band. Very nicely done as well. Beautiful detail as well he's added. Got a great use of old He-Man figures, eh?
Yeah, and some Beast. It looks like Beast from X-Men, maybe, in the face on that one.
I think so.
I don't know.
It's well painted anyway. Nice little touches around the silver and the... Oh, that's gorgeous. Where's his hand?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool stuff.
Oh,
there he is.
There we go. Nice. Jeez, what a great way to use some of these figures. That's a fantastic piece of work. And what's his name? Is it Snarf?
Orko.
Orko. I'm thinking Snarf. What's that from? It's another 80s show.
Snarf was what's Thundercats?
Thundercats. There you go. Thunder, thunder, thunder. They look fantastic. What a great range of figures that could be done there. That's really cool.
It would be cool to see packaged versions, just to complete the look. But yeah, these are really good.
Very nice indeed, Siloff. You're a talented gentleman, sir. Very talented.
Yep. So we'll have a link in the show notes again to Siloff's website, so you could check those out a little bit clearer. And then you had one here shared of a custom version of the recent Luke, Farm Boy Luke from the Black Series 6-inch line.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I really like the Black Series 6-inch Luke. I really can see the main flaw is the face. It's a little plasticky and it's just not right. But I think the point you and I have tried to stress this many times as well by sharing customs is normally the sculpt is there. The sculpt is good. Tamura Morrison's a great example. We shared some other people's work. This was done by Old Boys Tattoo. Where was his name? Old Boy Custom Tattoo is his name. You can find him on Facebook. There's a link there in the post. But just with a little bit of paint, there's the figure. Now, obviously, that's a custom bendy in the back, which looks fantastic. Stuck onto, I think, an younger Obi-Wan body, but just shows you the talent of the guy. But that paint, if Hasbro could have done that, that's the figure you would have got. So
yeah, it's a great,
a
great job on that.
It's a great figure. So I'm very tempted to take one and just try my hand, but I just know it's going to end up looking like it's going to look like Frankenfurter from Horror or something. I'm just going to do a terrible job. Bright lips and stuff. Yeah, I'll leave it to the experts, I think. But I really like the figure. I think that they've really tried on this one, but it is a $20 price point. But just have some faith, people who have been ripping this figure apart and just deriding it. And I'm like, it's really not that bad. But
yeah,
everyone's got an opinion. So
yeah.
There we go.
Very nice. Moving on to some TV, movie, book, and game news stuff here quickly. It was confirmed by Reed Pop and Star Wars Celebration Europe that Mark Hamill is going to be a guest speaker and presenter at Celebration Europe.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Celebration Europe's going to be fantastic.
Not too surprising that he's going to show up there, but
nope.
It's nice to get confirmation this far out.
Well, the one that I've been to before, I mean, Ian McDermott it was one of the first times he'd ever been to con, and there was some amazing guests that showed up there. Tons and tons of people. It's by no means, I know a lot of Americans tend to sometimes think, we'll just wait for the one that comes here. You'll get different stuff there. There will be different people there, different fans, different vibe, and yeah, sometimes there can be these European celebrations, and the Japanese one as well can be quite a massively different experience. So that's great. Mark Hamill's coming though.
Yep.
Impressive. I'm sure he won't be the last.
No.
I'm sure they're going to announce a whole lot more.
Let's see, what do we have here? Earlier today, there was an interview that was posted from Sky News with Mads Mikkelsen, who is in Rogue One. And I don't know if he intentionally or what, he let it slip. I don't know if it was a slip. It could have been planned. Who knows? That they revealed who his character is in Rogue One. I'm not sure if how much of this had been speculated on prior to this. But
I think I'd heard a couple of rumors. I think we'd seen some bits and pieces out there. But
yeah, but it's cool. It's cool that he's actually going to be Jin's father.
He's for anyone that's watched Hannibal, I don't know if you have, and a few other generally European movies. He's got quite a career behind him, and he's just menacing, but can bring a lot of weight to character. So yeah, that could be very cool. Whose face? I like the quote there by French honor actor and director, blah blah blah, for being fascinating. He won an award for being fascinating and an actor whose face tells it all. Okay,
right.
No.
That's cool.
That's cool.
What else? The book Bloodline comes out next week by Claudia Gray, which is it's kind of a story about Senator Leia.
Indeed.
Comes out next week. It's getting excellent reviews. Apparently, I have people who have received advanced copies have said it's just a fantastic book. So.
I like the way they broke this down for a lot of people, just to try and tease them into it. The book's going to tell you how the Resistance was formed, how the First Order came along, Han and Leia, maybe a little bit of Han in there, and some other characters. But huge revelations. In case you hadn't noticed, there's a big Darth Vader head on the cover of the book, so Darth is going to appear. So yeah, that's a very good point. Is Leia and Darth, father and daughter.
Yep.
Playing political games. Could be good, definitely.
Yep. I think I'm gonna get that next week. That comes out on the 3rd, so next Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So I will be picking that up. Another book here, sort of comic book. This was revealed earlier today by John Tyler Christopher regarding another variant he has of his comic sketch covers or comic book action figure covers. It's a Han Solo Bespin outfit variant for issue number 1.
Yep. I will be getting this to add to my ever-growing John Tyler Christopher collection. Sadly, the postage is ridiculously expensive overseas, but there we go. We'll get that. I'll pick it up. And he's got a cool Iron Man cover as well, if people are interested.
Yeah.
A kind of weird negative space one, but that looks good. The Han Solo Bespin one. I like it.
Yep. Very cool. Let's see what else. And then also earlier today regarding episode 8, Rian Johnson, the director, shared a couple images, behind the scenes images on his Tumblr page. I don't know if you got a chance to see those. A couple of black and whites. Not a lot of detail, but you get to see an X-Wing and a First Order control panel or something.
Yeah, still nice. What a real...
You're sharing me at the moment.
I don't know why it's not from there. Come on. Share, screen share. All right, let's start trying that again.
There we go. So, nice.
It's
X-Wing.
It looks very old school, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Someone could almost say that's a shot from 1977, I guess, with the black and white. It almost is.
Yep. So he also said that today marks the halfway point for filming for episode 8. So,
wow,
kind of crazy that's moving along so fast.
Some Arabesh down there.
Yeah.
Cool. God, I believe these movies are coming out. It's just, yeah, episode 8 is coming. Wow, Rogue One's coming. Fantastic.
Yes. Let's see. Moving on to some of the reviews and new toy purchases and stuff for the week. You had a fair amount of reviews that you had posted over on your channel.
I did. The Black Series lightsabers, 3 of them are getting reviewed this week. The Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, and Luke Skywalker are coming up. So yeah, this I'm very impressed with this, actually, getting it in hand. It's great seeing these things in box, but once you get them in hand, it's the weight on this thing. I don't know if you've got any of these FX lightsabers, but I can't believe how heavy they are. It's just so they really, I think if you were going to be cosplaying with these things or using them, they feel right. They feel really good. So very impressed. And the display stand's beautiful too. So
yeah, I really like those.
So yeah, reviews of those, and I think, like you, just finally got some Black Series figures to review, and took a look, as I mentioned, at the Kanan, Ahsoka, and Luke, and they're all solid figures. They're all very, very good. Ahsoka fans will not be disappointed. There's some ads here. Let's get them skipped. But yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts. What do people think about them? What did you think of the you only bought Ahsoka? Oh, I think I've lost you, dude. Microphone, audio.
I do have the 3 from the newest, or I guess last.
You bought 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies. So yeah, they're solid figures. They're very good. Really like them. So I believe the quality of the figures that Hasbro's doing these days, I think they're getting a little better in the Star Wars camp of things. Just with the Force Awakens and stuff, there was a few before in the past that just didn't quite cut it. But so yeah, like them. And the other thing was Marvel Legends. Did some Marvel Legends from Civil War. So plenty of...
I do want to get that War Machine and Disco Iron Man.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I do. I love that. I love that Iron Man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Another Iron Man fan. Brilliant. Ooh. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very, very cool. So.
Let's see. For myself, this week, I posted a couple toy guide updates for those Boba Fett minibus we talked about on the last show. I posted the little mini review and the toy guide entry for the concept Boba Fett, the Macquarie concept Boba Fett, which was exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con back in 2009. Fantastic bust. I love it. So
that looks very nice. I know that was one that we discussed last week that was very hard to get at one point. Everybody wanted this thing, and there you go. You managed to pay such a fair price to get it. And there's the classic art behind it on the back of the box. I just love that art. It's gorgeous, and covered with so many incarnations of that, from Kubrick to everything else. Yeah, it's beautiful. What a really nice piece. That's just one of those pieces you do not want to let go. You want to
Nope.
keep that one. Very cool indeed. Nice. And your other one, I think you had, let's get a look for that.
Yep. The other one was the prototype Boba Fett mini bust, which is last year's convention exclusive.
Oh yeah, of course. God, you get the two coolest busts they have made in years, absolutely years.
Yep. That last year's bust, that's probably my favorite one that I've received or that I've purchased.
That is very nice indeed.
It's fantastic. The sculpt, the details. I mean, for being a white, essentially a white mini bust, there are some, you know, coloration differences that really help set it apart. And it's a fantastic, the detail, the paint job is really good. Just the pose is awesome.
It is, the pose, I was just going to say that the pose is awesome. Even the nice little touches, you can see the kind of, it's not all pure white, obviously. They've added nice tonal kind of differences for gray around certain parts. And wow, that is nice.
Yeah, it just has the slightest bit of weathering that makes it look like it's been lived in. It just doesn't look like just a white cast piece.
It's such a shame. I mean, I would have been a Boba fan. I would have really picked these up, but they were at one point quite expensive and quite hard to get, particularly. And I feel that way, like, you know, with a collection. If you miss out sometimes on a convention exclusive, it's. But then, as you said, if you play the long game, you can piece this all back together. That's just beautiful. Damn it, Jason! I'm going to be looking on eBay for that shot. That's beautiful. Very nice indeed. Well done, and some great photos. As usual, you've taken photographs from every single angle, which only I think it helps me want to buy the damn thing next.
Yeah, so, that's kind of the goal.
Nicely done. Wow, even the package looks great. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Yep, that was it for my reviews and entries for the week. As far as new toy guide, or as far as new toy purchases and acquisitions, what did you have this week?
Star Wars themed, a few things. Picked up the Finn 2187 yada, no sticker, because of course not an exclusive here. Thank you to Scott from Tulsa. I love that guy, so nice. He managed to pick me up one of these, the Finn t-shirt, which goes with it, which is just really, really cool. I love that t-shirt.
Yeah.
I also, huge heavy book, the Tops.
Oh,
Back, just arrived. Nice. Did you ever get the first one? Did you ever see the?
I've looked at it. I didn't purchase it, but I really love the art that's in it, so I'm very tempted.
I urge anybody to get it. I mean, shipping overseas was $6. It's nothing. It's really, really cheap. But it's done in a way that it looks like a Topps wrapper. The paper's done beautifully. There's limited edition. I can't really show it very well. There's limited edition trading cards at the back.
Does it smell like
almost smells like bubble gum. It really does smell like bubble gum. But the paper's so beautifully done on it. I can't really show the book. I'll try and do a proper review, but color picks all the way through, lots of facts, lots of info, all the backs of the cards, all the kind of information you really would want to know as a kind of a fan. Even little touches, little photos at the back that they used, that they then had unique stills from the movie. I know you've used these on your site, the lettering that goes up at the top of Yakface.com in the past. So it's a beautiful book, and the first one was even better, I think, the Tops one. So they're only about $16, but a great read, and they're just gorgeous. So if you're a Tops fan, I definitely recommend it. And I think, as I mentioned to you, the War Machine from Civil War, which I got to see yesterday. You must go and see Civil War. It's a fantastic movie.
Nice.
Really good job of the Russo brothers. And that was me. What did you get?
Very good. Let's see. Like I mentioned, I got the Rey 6-inch figures. I have a couple handy here. There's one.
Nice.
Yes, very nice. The paint is really well done on it. It looks, you know, it's not sloppy or, you know, eyebrows on the middle of her forehead or anything like that. It's really good. So I think that'll be my next toy guide entry. I
was going to say that you could definitely going to put those two together and take some photographs. I know you will.
Yeah. Let's see, what else did I get? It was a pretty light week, to be honest. I did get a couple of the new Hot Wheels character cars. I can't remember if I shared this last week or not, but I got the Jabba the Hutt. We
Nice.
showed pictures, but my brother-in-law was able to find it and sent that along to me. It's kind of cool. It's got like a grate from the Jabba's dungeon floor on the back. So he's actually he's smoking his pipe too. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see. It kind of wraps around the side and goes into his mouth.
I never noticed that.
So
it's a really unique looking car, that's for sure. You're not going to see that one again in a hurry.
Yeah, a couple other couple other new cars that are coming out. It only shows one of them here on the back, the Admiral Akbar car we had talked about. There's Flame Trooper car. There's a Greedo and Han Solo. I think we shared that last time.
We did.
So yeah, plenty of Hot Wheels still to come. So that line's not going anywhere fast.
No, that's good. That's good. They seem to get rid of some of that glut that they had for a while. There was well, in my area anyway, but
yep.
They seem to be stuck with a lot of them for a while, but they cleared them out a little bit.
And see, I think otherwise that was pretty much it for me for new purchases.
That's a light week for you, sir.
No
pop.
Lightweight.
Not one pop.
No pop. I did. I pre-ordered that Ray, so I got my pop fix in for the week. And nice. I went looking for pops today, but didn't find anything. So I think that wraps up this show. Short and sweet, but lots of good info as per usual. We will try to be back next week with an all-new show. There's, I'm sure, plenty of stuff that's going to be coming out, and as far as with May the 4th coming next week, I think we'll get a little bit of info and some new surprises next week. So we'll stay tuned for that. Thanks again for everyone for watching and sharing and commenting on our past shows and our current ones. We'll see you all next week.
See ya.